Okay, so we are on to round number 116, and round number 116 we have two parts, independent rounds, or independent parts I should say. So the first part we're going to be doing our popcorns. So I'm not going to show you how to do this because it's basically just a repeat of that. So we're going popcorn, chain 1, popcorn, chain 2, popcorn, chain 1, popcorn. Okay? And we're working them in between our 2 times 3 double crochets, like that. 2 times 3 double crochets together. And the color that we're using here is Rnds. So it's going to look like that. Alright. And then you're going to do it again in the corresponding side, like so. Okay. And then our second color, I've used Burum, which is this lovely sort of almost turmeric spiced color, which I really love for some reason. I like it. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to start with a chain 4 front post, and that's equal to treble front posts, right? Okay, so we're going to work 6 treble front posts together, like that, over our double crochet front post from the previous round. Right, like that, and then we're going to chain 6, and we're going to do it again over the next 6 double crochet front posts. We're going to chain 6, and then we're going to work a regular puff over those 2 spaces. So one is a chain space, a corner chain space, and the other is a joining space. I'll show you. So we're going to be working over these 2, but we're going to work from the back, like that. Okay, so we're going to be working from the back over those 2 spaces. And then we're going to chain 6. See, chain 6, and then work another 6 treble front posts together, chain 6, and another 6 treble front posts. I hope I didn't say double crochet front posts. Trebles, okay, trebles all the way. Trebles. Okay, so we will have 4 chain 6s, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll have 4 sets of 6 treble front posts together. Okay, and then we'll have 2 sets of 2 popcorns on one side, 2 sets of 2 popcorns on the other side, separated by chain 2. Okay, and a chain 1 between the popcorns. Okay, so I'm not going to show you how to do that because I think that's pretty simple. Right, I'm just going to do that. So you can have a good old squiz and see exactly where everything goes. Very, very simple and straightforward. So now I'm going to carry on directly into round 117. And the reason is because I'm going to be doing these 2 rounds in a tandem. They'll be tandem rounds. Okay, so I've worked my first corner, so you can go ahead and work this round 116 into your next 3 corner spaces. You know, I'm just calling this whole area here the corner spaces. But what I've been doing is sort of doing those corners and then carrying on, kind of coming up the rear with the following round. So the color I'm using is Ermelo. So you can start. So if you're going to do that with me, you can begin as I am as well. So on the I'm working so my corner is on the left hand side and we're working to the right of the corner, and I'm going to begin in the space between the first 2 puffs, like that. So we're just going to work 2 puffs as before. Right, so going to chain 1 just to start off with. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1 to close. 1, 2, 3. Right, and then we're going to work as we did before. We're going to work 2 double crochets between the next 2 double crochets, 2 times 2 double crochets, like that. Right, so it's going to look like so. And then we're going to work 7 double crochets. We're going to work 1 double crochet into the next 7 spaces, and we're going to begin before. So we're going to start here, and that's our first double crochet from the previous round, but we're beginning before. Okay, into the space before. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you've got 7 double crochets like that, right? And then we are going to yarn over and work double crochet front post over our next double crochet front post. We're going to work a single crochet into the top of our first popcorn, chain 2, single crochet into the top of the next popcorn, double crochet front post over our next double crochet front post, single crochet into the top of the next popcorn, chain 2, single crochet into the top of the next popcorn, yarn over, double crochet front post over our double crochet front post. Then we're going to chain 3, okay, chain 3, and we're going to work a single crochet into the top, the little hole where you have that little hole over there where you kind of connected all of your trebles front posts together. You're going to work a single crochet, chain 3, yarn over, double crochet front post over the next double crochet front post. Oops. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do the same here. Just going to pop single crochet into the top, then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and I've just encountered a knot. I'm just going to unknot myself. I have to tell you, it's freezing today, freezing, I'm absolutely freezing, and I've got a little heater that I put on, but it's one of those sort of fan heaters. It's very effective, wow. But it makes a noise, so while I'm busy doing the videos, I don't like to have it on because you can hear the noise in the video and it's kind of distracting. Not super noisy, but you know, it's all these man-made noises that we have around us. Okay, knotted that, so we chained 3, yarn over, and into our chain 2 space we're going to work another 3 double crochets together as before. Chain 1 to close, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, chain 1 to close, chain 2, so that's our new corner, our new chain 2 corner, 1, 2, 3, chain 1 to close, chain 1, and 1, 2, 3. So we're doing 4, 3 double crochets together plus a chain 2 space, like so. Then we're going to chain 3 after our closing chain. I'm going to pop a single crochet into the top, chain 3, okay, I haven't sewn in my ends as you can see. Yarn over, double crochet front post, chain 3, chain 3. Shame, every time Roxy hears a car going past, she thinks it's my son, but of course he's gone to work and he's taken Kai to puppy daycare, so poor little Roxy is all alone today. Then we chain 3 and we work double crochet front post, single crochet into the top of our pop. chain 2, single crochet into the top of the next popcorn, double crochet front post, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, yarn over, double crochet, front post, skip first double crochet, and we work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double crochets into our next. So it's going to look like that. So you see how we kind of working our double crochets here? We kind of going, you know, we're going in front of one, it's sort of so in front, behind, in front, behind. The next one will be in front, kind of thing, like that. Yarn over, and we are now on the winning streak. You guys know this. you have been drilled. Okay, and we're just going to repeat exactly what we did in our previous round. Right, so we're going to work puffs, 2 puffs between 2 puffs. We're going to work 2 double crochets between 2 double crochet, all the 2 double crochets as before. Alright, and the stitch count is going to be the same in that regard. We're going to have 84 times double crochets along the side. We're going to have 12 times puffs, yarn over times 3. Okay, and 1. So I'm just basically showing you what you already know. You're just going to carry on like that. Right, and 2 puffs, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, almost. No, 1, 2, 3, and then we are going to continue like that. Okay, so then you're just going to continue all the way along, working 2 double crochets into 2 double crochets, and then repeat everything that we've just done. Okay, so now when I get to my other corner like this, I'm just going to work round number 116, and then I'm going to follow on with round 117. So to basically sort of complete 2 rounds at the same time. Okay, so it's going to look like that. Alright, and I shall see you at the end of round 117, and we are going to go on to round 118. Okay, so finally my little camera has completely packed up, and I am stuck with my new Sony, and unfortunately it makes very strange sounds when it's recording, and I've looked at all the settings and I've turned off everything that says auto tracking or anything like that, but it still seems to make that noise. And I have another camera which is a Canon, a little point and shoot, and it only records in .mov files, and if you do any recording yourself, you'll know that it's very difficult to edit .mov files in Windows Movie Maker. I've got the old version, so I'm kind of stuck with this at the moment. So if the noise is very, very irritating, that noise of the as it's focusing, it makes a weird noise. You can just turn the sound off and watch what I'm doing. That is a very, very annoying sound and I have no idea how to make it go away, and I've been on the internet and I've looked, so if you know how to do it, please just let me know, but I don't know where else to look on this camera. I've turned everything off and turned other things on, and anyway, so let's get on to round number 17. So round number 17, round number 18. We've already done round number 17. You can see I'm so irritated at this point. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to start in the chain 2 corner space. We're just going to work a single crochet to begin, and then we're going to work yarn over times 4 puff, and we're going to do chain 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's how we start our next round. I'm so sorry about that noise because I can actually hear it. And then we're going to be doing a double crochet front post, and then we're going to work another yarn over times 4 puff into the space directly after our 3 double crochets together. Okay, then we're going to work a double crochet front post. Alright, and then we are going to work 1, 2, 3 double crochets into our chain 3, and then we're going to work 3, then we're going to work, almost forgot, a double crochet front post over our single crochet. Then we're going to work 3 double crochets over our chain 3, and for the 2 chain 3s, so the one at the back there, well, it's a chain 6, so I'm saying chain 3 because it's half. Okay, so over our chain 6 and our chain 3, then we're going to work another double crochet front post. Then we're going to work 3 double crochets over our next chain 3 space and the other half of the chain 6. Okay, then we're going to yarn over and work double crochet, to work a double crochet front post around our single crochet, yarn over and work. So we're working 3 double crochets into kind of all the areas where we did 3 chains, like that. So it's going to look like that. Oh shush. I hated that it does this, and I don't know how. It's a new camera, so I'm going to fiddle around with it and see if I can make it stop making that horrible noise. Then we're going to work a double crochet front post. Then we are going to work over our chains again in the same way that we did here. We're going to repeat. So we're going to work over the chain 1 between our 2 popcorns, and we're going to work over the chain 2 from the previous round, and we're going to do exactly the same as we did before. We're going to work 3 double crochets together. And as I say, if the sound is irritating you, you can just turn us off, turn me and that sound way down, because you can't see what I'm doing. Okay? And oh shush. Oh, it's so annoying and irritating. Ugh. Honestly, I don't know why it's doing that. It just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make good design sense. Okay. It's going to look like that. Right? Then we are going to work 1 double crochet into the next 7 spaces, and we are going to begin before the first double crochet from the previous round. like that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now we're going to work into our chain 1 space between our bubbles. Camera, please be quiet, you are disturbing me. And we're going to work 2 double crochets exactly as we did before, but this time we are involving that single crochet, that's chain 1. Yarn over and into the next space, and that's basically what you're going to be doing, and everything else is identical. The only thing that's changing is obviously your corner, but everything else will... My blanket is sliding off, off the table. Okay. Oi, oi, oi. To try and there we go. That should work. And then we're just going to work yarn over times 3 puffs between the puffs as before. Oh my word. It's funny how when you kind of a little bit stressed or irritated, then everything starts going wrong with your crochet. So my advice is don't ever crochet if you're under pressure. Okay, and then you're just basically going to do that again. You're going to work into your chain 1 and into the space between the 2 double crochets, and you're just going to work 2 double crochets. Right, so your stitch count will be the same. Okay, like that, and oh, this camera, shush. It's driving me crazy. I'm going. Oh, okay. So that's basically it. So, other than your corners over here, this section over here, everything else is the same, except of course you're incorporating your little sort of trees, whatever you want to call them. So remember, you're working either side of the bubble number 3, the center bubble, because you've got 5, so that's the middle one. That's the middle one. And then you just work your 2 puffs in the middle, in between your last 2 puffs, and you just carry on exactly. Okay, so don't miss working into your single crochets either side. Okay, and that's basically going to hold down your independent round that was flopping around before, like that. So it's going to look like that. Okay, so I shall see you at the end of this round, which is round 118, and we shall continue to 119. Sorry about the weird sounds. Okay, so we are on to round 119, and round 119 we are starting. There's actually three rounds. Oh no, not 3 rounds, 3 parts. 3 parts to this round. Alright, so we're just going to be doing our popcorns as before. And if my voice suddenly goes, which it has been, you're just going to have to bear with me, because I'll be maybe squeaking my way through. Alright, so now, I'm not going to show you how to do this, but basically it's exactly the same as we did here. Here and here, and here and here. So you're just going to do exactly the same into the spaces between your 3 double crochets together, and you'll do it in the corresponding sides. Okay, so you'll have 16 of those, plus of course the chain 2s. Okay, so that is the first part of round number 119. And now the second part is we're going to go back to our base colour, which is the Ermelo. So just try to find the beginning. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to begin the second part, or part B, of our round 119. We're going to start with a standing single crochet, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So excuse that weird noise. That is actually the lens noise of this camera, which is a Sony that I'm using. But I have another camera coming. It's on its way, and it's the same camera as the one that I've had forever and ever and ever, my little point and shoot, the one that basically gave up the ghost a couple of days ago, or a couple of weeks ago, or how long ago was it? When I did the last videos, it didn't make a weird noise. And I was very lucky. I found one on Bid or Buy, so it is making its way to me and should be here on Friday. And then we don't have to listen to these weird sounds. As the lens, you can't do anything about it. It just is the way the camera is made. So now we're going to work. We're going to skip this puff, this corner puff, and we're going to work double crochet front post over our next double crochet front post. We're going to work a puff, same, yarn over times 4, chain 1 to close, into the next puff. And now we're going to yarn over times 3, and we're going to go all the way back to where we did our first 2, 3 double crochets together as a corner, like that. And we're just going to work into that space between that 3 double crochets together and the next front post stitches, those 2 sets there. So you're just going to go in over there, like so. Alright, and this is just for, you know, some consistency. Then we're going to yarn over twice and working into the space to the right of our next double crochet front post. We're going to work 3 trebles together. We're going to chain 2. We're going to work a double crochet front post over the double crochet front post. I'll do that again. So we're working double crochet front post, chain 2, yarn over twice, and work into the space to the left of the double crochet front post. And we're working 3 trebles together, yarn over, chain 1 to close. Then we're going to do exactly the same. First, a double crochet front post, yarn over twice. We're going to do exactly the same before our next double crochet front post, like that. Chain 2, yarn over, double crochet front post, chain 2, yarn over twice, 1, 2, so we're working those 3 trebles together, chain 1 to close, yarn over, double crochet front post. And then, as before, we're going to work a single crochet into the top of the popcorn, chain 2, single crochet, yarn over, double crochet front post. Okay, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, so we're working it into the top of those popcorns, yarn over, double crochet front post. Right, and it's going to look like that. Okay, your corner is going to look like that. Your big corner, that's your little corner, that's your big corner. Then we're going to yarn over, we're going to skip our first double crochet and we're going to work into the next 7 spaces. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we're going to do what we did before. We're just going to work 2 double crochets between our 2 double crochets. Our next 2 times 2 double crochets. It's going to look like that. Okay, just make sure you have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to work 2 puffs between 2 puffs as before. Yarn over times 3. Chain 1. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over. And 2 double crochets between the next 2 double crochets as before. Yarn over. Don't do that. Okay, yarn over. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then we're going to work. So I suppose I didn't have to show you this whole thing, but it's just as kind of a short section. 2 double crochets between 2 double crochets. Yarn over. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're basically just doing what we did before in this section. Now we're working 2 double crochets between the next 2 double crochets, like so. Okay, so sorry about that lens noise. I can hear it. It's really irritating, but hopefully excuse me, hopefully not too long, and I shall be back with videos don't make that funny noise. Now we're going to chain 1, we're going to yarn over, and we're going to skip our first 2 double crochets, and we're going to work a double crochet in between. Chain 1, skip, chain 1, double crochet. Okay, like that. Now again, I am taking into consideration that I'm using acrylic, and acrylic is, it's got that give. But if you feel this is just a little bit too tight, you can add another chain in between. Right. Then you're going to yarn over, and you're going to skip the next 2 double crochets, and you're going to work 2 double crochets into the next 2 double crochets. So it's going to be like that. So you're going to have 3 double crochets and 4 chain 1s. And then you're going to just work into the next 10, if my calculations are correct. Sometimes I think I'm absolutely sure about them, and then for some reason it all goes haywire. So we're going to work into the next 10 2 double crochets, or a bit of count, because now I've lost count. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so let's just check that we have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, not 10, 11. Then we're going to work into for some reason I thought it was 10, but it's 11. Then we're going to chain 1, and we're going to skip those 2 double crochets. We're going to work double crochet, chain 1, skip the next 2 double crochets, double crochet, chain 1, skip the next 2 double crochets, double crochet, you can see it's the end of the day. Chain 1, so we should have 3 double crochets and 4 chain 1. That's our 4th chain 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we are going to work 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to yarn over, skip our next double crochet, work 2 double crochets into those double crochets where you worked over or the chain 1 space in our little orange trees. Okay, so for some reason I was just under the impression that there were 10 of these in between, so now I'm just checking. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have 4 on the side. Let me just 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we've got 11 2 double crochets into the space between 11 2 double crochets. Alright, and then we have skipped 4 on each side. Okay, and we've worked 2, so basically we have finished side A. Alright, so I'm just going to hold it down. It's going to look like that. Okay, right, so you're going to have those 3 double crochets and those 4 chain 1s, and you'll have them on either side, and then the other side will look like that, the same. Okay, and then you should have 11 times 2 double crochets worked into 11 times 2 double crochets. Okay, still in the back of my mind I'm thinking, I'm sure I counted 10 before. Maybe one had a baby. Okay, so now basically everything on this side to the left you're just going to repeat, okay, everything that you've done on that side, and then when you get round to the end you'll just work a slip stitch into the top of your beginning puff and fasten off, okay, and that is actually the end then of round 119 part B. Now part C. So I just went back to check my pattern and I had written 10 double crochets into 10 2 times 2 crochet 10 2 double crochets into 10 2 double crochets, but in fact it is 11. Now part C, the colour we are going to use is Nijmegen. This lovely green, my favourite green. I always call it pistachio green. Okay, and now we're going to be doing something very odd here. So where you have your first chain 1, you are in fact going to work into the space between the 2 double crochets just below it, and you're going to work three double crochets together, chain 1, and 3 double crochets together. Okay, so now those chain 1 spaces that we did are going to be at the back. Then you're going to yarn over and you're going to do the same one into the next space between the next 2 double crochets. Yes, little camera, I appreciate that you are focusing, but it's very annoying. Right, yarn over, 1, 2, 3. So you're basically just going to do this into the spaces where the chain 1s 2, 3. So we'll have four sets of 2 times 3 double crochets together. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to do the same on the corresponding side. Okay, so you're just working into those 2 double crochets below the chain 1 spaces. And then snip off like that. Okay, so it's going to kind of be floppy around like that. Okay, and then you're going to do the same on this side over here. Now I'm going to take another color, so I'm using Roos, and we are going to do something completely different. Well, not exactly. So now we're going to work between our 2 times 3 double crochets together, but we're going to incorporate the chain 1. And we're going to chain 2, then we are going to work 1. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to take the tail. So 1. So that's so the chain 3, the chain 2 is just the starting, and then we're going hi. I'll eventually get this right. 1. So we've chained 2 to start. Then we're going to work a double crochet, another double crochet, and another double crochet. 3 double crochets. We're going to chain 2, and we're going to slip stitch into that space. So just make sure that you are incorporating that chain 1. That chain 1 is really important. So chain 2, because it will help to stabilize this independent round and to keep things from splaying out, because we're doing big stitches, so you don't want it ending up like that. So okay, how do I know that? I don't know. Right, we're going to do it again. Don't forget to incorporate. So we're just going to go there, pick up our, so we're just going to slip stitch, chain 2, do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2. Did I chain 2 or did I chain 3? Yarn over after you've done your slip stitch, sorry. Chain 2, and then we are again working between our 2 times 3 double crochets and also our chain 1 space at the back. Then we're going to work, so we're working a chain 2, then we're working 3 double crochets and a chain 2, slip stitch back into those spaces, chain 2, insert, grab your chain 1 at the back, work a slip stitch, then a chain 2, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and chain 2, slip stitch back into the space, pull nice and tight, snip off your yarn, and fasten off. Okay, so we're going to look like that. Okay, now you can see, I think it's because I did that chain 1 at the back, you kind of got something to anchor your work on, and then it doesn't splay like that. It's kind of a stabilizing chain 1. I shall call it that. Okay, so there you go. You've worked those into those chain ones and into the spaces between your 2 times 3 double crochets together. Now that is the end of round number 119, and I shall see you at the so of course you're going to do this into corresponding spaces, okay? So basically you'll do it into the first 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 times 2 double crochets. But anyway, I'm explaining myself, I'm over explaining, because you can see exactly what I've done. Okay, so I shall see you at the end of this round, round number 119, and we will go on to round number 120. Well, I am so happy to report that my my new second-hand camera has arrived. And it's an identical replica. Well, it's the identical camera that I had before, which is now one of those cameras that are like hen's teeth to find. You just cannot get them anymore. They've been discontinued. I'm so pleased. Yippee! And the person I bought it from also included a whole lot of little extras, like a camera case and what else? The camera case and the cable and all sorts of things. So it really feels like having a new camera. Anyway, so remember where we did our chain ones? Okay, so now we're going to be working 2 times 3 double crochets together into the V's just below that. So our 2 double crochets, we're going to work into the middle of those 2 double crochets 4 times like that, into those 4 sort of skipped 2 double crochets. Okay, and the color that I've used is Nijmegen, right? And then we are going to be working our little flowers. Okay, so they are going to be worked there, and we're going to include our chain one as well, like that. Okay, and then we're going to just chain 2. We're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 2, slip stitch back into the space, chain 2, slip stitch 1, 2, 3 double crochets, 2, 3, chain 2, slip stitch back, chain 2, insert. Don't forget to work that chain 1 as well at the back, because that will help to keep everything nice and straight. 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and then again. So these are independent rounds, right? As you have probably guessed by now. So you'll just work each section and then fasten off and work in your ends. 1, 2, and snip off your yarn. I'll do an extra slip stitch like that. Okay, and then it's going to look like that, and then you'll do that into your, so basically you'll be doing them into those V's just below the chain ones, like that. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and you're also working into, so you're working your leaves into that center part, like between there, and you're working your little bud into the space between your leaves and also incorporating that chain 1. Very important. Otherwise, what's going to happen is it's going to splay out like that. Okay, so you're just keeping everything nice and neat. Alright, so we are going to go on to, so you're just going to finish all that, then that's the end of round 119, and I shall see you at the beginning of round 120. Okay, so we are on to round number 120, and I've gone and worked in my little ends over here, a little one sticking out there. I'll tuck that in later, but there you go. So it's going to look like that at the back. Okay, so now we're going to start in our corner space. So I change a corner space like that, and round number 120 I'm going to be using the Ermelo. I'm just going to carry on with that. Okay, so just to find the end. So now what we're going to do is going to begin with our slip stitch. We're just going to do exactly what we did in our previous round. Begin with the single crochet, yarn over times 4, chain 1 to close, chain 2. So that's our new corner chain 2. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there we've started our next round. Now we're going to skip that puff, then we're going to work double crochet over the double crochet. We're going to work yarn over times 4, puff into the top of the previous puff, like that. Then we're going to work a double crochet front post over our double treble front post. Going to yarn over twice, and we're going to do exactly what we did before. We're going to work 3 trebles together, chain 1 to close, chain 2, 1 double crochet front post over our double crochet front post, chain 2, yarn over twice. So we're working into that same space, left and right of, or right and left of the double crochet front post. Okay, chain 1 to close, yarn over, double crochet front post, yarn over twice, and we're working again. So you're just copying what you did in the previous round. Okay, so we're working 3 trebles together, chain 2 after our closing chain, double crochet front post, chain 2, yarn over twice, and doing exactly what we did before in our previous round. Okay, like that, yarn over, double crochet front post over our next double crochet front post. So you're going to have that going on, right? Then we're going to do what we did in this section in the previous rounds. Going to yarn over, we're going to work over our chain 1 and our chain 2s, and we're going to work 3 double crochets together twice into that space as we did before. Okay, we're going to yarn over, double crochet front post, yarn over, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, double crochet front post. Now this time when we work our 7 double crochets, we're going to start before the next double crochet. So we do, and we're working into the spaces between. Okay, 2, 3, 4, whoops, 4, 7. So we're doing the same as we did before. Okay, we're just starting in a different place, you know, so you're going in front and then behind, you know, kind of thing, you know, you're alternating. Alright, then you're going to yarn over and work 2 double crochets between the next 2 double crochets, the next 2 times 2 double crochets, like so, and then we're going to work our yarn over times 3 puffs between our yarn over times 3 puffs from the previous round. And we're going to work 2 double crochets between our next 2 times 2 double crochets, like that, you know, so you've done that before. I'm just going to do this whole section with you. Okay, so it's going to look like that. Right, so you're going to have all that going on. So it is going to fold over a little bit, like that, not a problem. And then we're going to work 1, 2, 3. So we're doing yarn over times 3 for these little puffs. Puffs, my favorite little stitch. And then we're going to work 2 double crochets between our next 2 times 2 double crochets. Ooh, so I had a bit of a thing this morning with my voice again, and I could not do the videos the whole morning. It's actually quite late. It's kind of 3:30 in the afternoon or so, which is an odd time for me to be doing this. But my voice is really like not okay again in the morning and most of the day, but now it seems to have come right again. Okay, so then we're going to do that. Right. So basically we're doing what we did before. Now we're going to chain 1, yarn over, and we're going to work a double crochet front post over those double crochets. Remember the double crochets that we did way back, and you can actually work in front of your little flowers there. So just make sure you're going into the right place. Right, going to work double crochet front post, chain 1, and then double crochet. So we're working to those 3 double crochets that we did, and then we're going to chain 1. Then we're going to yarn over, and we're going to work 2 double crochets between the next 11 2 double crochets. And then basically you're just going to repeat everything that we just did once we get to the halfway mark. Okay, so I'll just carry on until we get to our next little leaves and things. Okay, so you know, once we get there, we're just going to repeat everything that we've just done, and then work the whole round, mirroring our sides. 1, okay, double crochet. Oh, it's very boring watching me double crochet, double crochet, 2 double crochets, okay, and then again. And then we're back. So when you do this, these 2 double crochets into the space between your last 2 double crochets, you're going to chain 1, all right? Then yarn over, and then, you know, carry on with your double crochet front posts. All right, and you know, as I was saying, you can work in front of your work. I'm just going to pull that out because now everything is just repetition. So it's going to look like that. Okay, and then you're just going to pop these to the front like that. For some reason I like doing these sort of little things. Okay, it's going to be like that. So kind of there, these very neat, kind of very compact little sort of buds, you know, like tight little leaves and buds. So it's going to be like that. Okay. And then you've got your, now that's annoying me. I'm going to cut that off. Okay. So it's going to be like that. Right. Okay, so then you're just going to carry on. So you're just going to carry on like that. You're going to do, you know, what we did over there, you're going to do over here, and then you're going to basically mirror everything on the side. You're just going to do it to the left. And of course, when you come around this side on your right, coming up on the right hand side of the corner, to finish this round, you'll just work a slip stitch into the top of your puff, and that is round number 120. And I shall see you at round 121.